everyone. It's me, Demetra Kaye of the Demetra Kaye Show here on YouTube and a proud contributor of the African Diaspora News Channel and the African Diaspora News Insider. If you can do me a favor and please subscribe to all channels and like this video, I would greatly appreciate it. So this is an unfortunate story and a cautionary tale. But first, let me tell you guys what happened. So July 2020, Breasia Terrell went to stay with her half-brother at his father's house. She wanted to spend the night with him, and from what her mother, Aisha Langford, said, it was Breasia's first time doing that. So she wanted to hang out with her half-brother, and the next morning, Henry Dinkins, the stepfather, or the half-brother's father, I should say, informed Aisha, the mother, that Breasia was missing. Okay, and so they had an all-out search that happened in Iowa, an all-out search looking for the little girl. Well, they never found her up until the other day. Actually, they found her remains, and Breasia was 10. They found her remains. Some fishermen found her remains in a wooded area of DeWitt, an area, I guess, near where they live. And so it was confirmed that it was little 10-year-old Breasia. Now, it should also be said that Henry Dinkins is a registered sex offender. He was a registered sex offender since 1990, where it's unclear really as to what he did, but he's a sex offender nevertheless. And Aisha knew that he was a sex offender, and she said the following to a local newspaper. Langford told the Register she was aware that Dinkins was on the sex offender registry, but since he had been around her daughter since she was a baby, she nor Bree felt unsafe around him. Terrell never stayed overnight at Dinkins' house before she went missing, and Langford only allowed her to do so last summer because she wanted to hang out with her brother. Since his arrest, Dinkins allegedly refused to speak about the victim and won't allow Langford to visit him. So he is now in custody and has been violated, for actually violating his parole and his sex offender registry parameters. So, because, they're not supposed to do certain things, and being around certain children, especially children that are not their own, is one of the things they cannot do. And so he is now in jail, and he is also a person of interest. He is not cooperating at all with investigators, and the case is still under investigation. But this is where the cautionary tale comes into play. Little Breasia did not have to die. And now, while we don't know who did it for sure, I think you and I could put two and two together and pretty much assume who is responsible for her death, or let's say murder. And, allegedly, we're going to put that out there allegedly because we don't have any facts. It was that of Henry Dinkins, because he is also a registered sex offender. And I'm not trying to come down hard on her mother, because I could not imagine what it must be like to have lost a child. But she knew he was a registered sex offender, and she sent her 10-year-old baby, her daughter, over to his house overnight to hang out with her, as they say, her half-brother. And there's nothing wrong with her hanging out with her half-brother, but she knew he was a sex offender. And so I'm just baffled and, somewhat angry that her daughter, more than likely, was a victim of Mr. Dinkins. I don't understand for the life of me why a mother would put her daughter in the lion's den like raw meat. I don't understand that. And so again, I'm not trying to belittle Aisha, but I'm just trying to, maybe someone else is out here watching and listening this, and you may be on the way to do the same thing with your child. Allow her or him, because little boys get abused too, her or him to spend the night or be in an environment that is unsafe to them or potentially unsafe to them. Please don't do that. Please do not allow your child to be around somebody who may cause them harm. Don't do that. Don't suspend your belief of what you know. If you know, especially this person has some issues with sex offenses, don't do it. And even if you don't know that, or they don't have any issues with sex offenses, don't allow your children to spend the night with people you don't know. Don't do that. Because, I mean, you just, like in this case, especially, him being a sex offender and her allowing her daughter to spend the night at his home was all the temptation he needed. And quite frankly, he was probably already sizing up little Breasia from the time she was born. So that was just a temptation he needed to do what he needed to do, allegedly. I want to say allegedly. But I'm begging you, please do not put your children in harm's way because they seem nice. They never made any weird statements or actions before, or, you know, they go to church. Don't. Please don't do it. These things are avoidable. I cannot say that enough. Please rule on the betterment of your child. Always assume, just if you have any questions, that something may happen to your child. And that way you will say, you know what? I'm good. Now, I understand in this case that was her half-brother, so of course she needed to see her half-brother. I don't know why he was living with his father opposed to being with his mother. I don't know that. But, you know, she could have made sure that they visited under her roof or that she was there. But, again, the remains of a 10-year-old Breasia Terrell was found yesterday. Well, actually, not yesterday, but last week. And in my opinion, the situation was avoidable. So you guys, anyway, for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, The Demetra Kaye Show, here on YouTube. Peace.